What's up, guys? Welcome back if you're a returning subscriber. If you're new here and you've stumbled upon my page, I hope that you'll check me out and then consider hitting that subscribe button. While you're down there, you might as well, y'all, I just came up the stairs, so I'm breathing a little heavy. But while you're down there, you might as well hit that notification bell so you can stay up to date every single time I drop some new content. I'm EVE, and this is the Eve Effect.
I think I started something.
Alright, y'all, so for today's video, I wanted to bring to you some fragrances that I have in my collection that I would not repurchase again. Now, I'm not saying that any of these smell terrible, because if they did, then they would not still be in my collection. However, I feel like once I get through these bottles, I don't have a desire to want to continue on with that same scent. So I think I'm done. I think the buck stops here with all of these. So before we get into the video, I do want to make a disclaimer that I am human and I have the right to change my mind. So in the future, if you see me buying a new bottle of one of these, then please just remember this video and remember that I can change my mind. And then two, please don't come for me if one of these are your absolute favorites. For me, at this very moment, I'm just feeling a way about all of these. So I'm kind of ready to be done with these, but I am in no way, shape, or form decluttering them. I'm just letting you know that I don't think I would repurchase. Okay? Okay. All right, so the first one on this list is Versace Bright Crystal Absolute. And I don't remember if I've talked about this on my channel, but I have had this fragrance for quite some time and I do enjoy the scent. But to be quite honest, I am very ready to get through this bottle and just be done with it. I don't want to declutter it. I just want to use it up and be done with it. So this fragrance is a fruity floral and it's got pomegranate, it's got raspberry. It's also got a note of yuzu, which I think is in the citrus family. It has musk, it has amber, really nice notes. If I'm being 100% honest, I actually prefer the EDT version of this better. And this is coming from someone who loves an intense and deep type of fragrance. But for this type of scent, I've owned the EDT. I went through that bottle and I decided to pick this one up once they released the Absolute version. And comparing the two, the longevity of both of these are kind of the same. So if I had to pick between that one and then this one, I would opt for the OG, which is the EDT version. So that's really why I would not repurchase this. If I ever found myself yearning for this type of scent, I would get the EDT version, and yeah, I would not repurchase the EDP. So although I would not repurchase this fragrance, I do find that it is a perfect year-round scent, but specifically it's great for this time of year as we move into the warmer months. But I would probably pull for this more closer to the evening time versus the day. And like I said, for me, the longevity between the EDT version and this one was about the same, but the EDT version, it's crisper, it's a little bit cleaner and airier, while this one is just a tad bit more deeper. And I want to say the difference between this one and that one is that this has a raspberry note, whereas the EDT version only has a peony and the pomegranate note. I could be wrong there, but there is a note in here that's not in the EDT, so that's one of the main differences. But overall, if I had to pick between the two, it would be the EDT, so this would not be a repurchase for me. Okay, so this next fragrance that I'm about to share, I just want to let you know up front that I am being just a little bit petty, okay? I am being a petty Betty when it comes to this scent, and no offense to you if your name is Betty and you're watching this, but in this very moment, Betty is what rhymes with petty, and so that's what we're gonna go with. But this fragrance that I'm speaking of is Apple Brandy from Killian. Now, I featured this fragrance on my channel when it launched, when it first came out, which I think it was sometime last year. And in that video, I gave a small review of how this did for me, and I was underwhelmed, y'all. I was underwhelmed with the performance. So while I was underwhelmed with my initial experience with this fragrance, I can say that the juice in this, absolutely beautiful. Since it has sat and I feel like it's macerated a little bit more, it's oxidized a little bit more, it's gotten deeper for me, and it's absolutely beautiful. So it's got cardamom, it's got rum, it's got brandy, it's got vanilla in here, but that cardamom note in here just it just shines through, and I love a good cardamom. It's also got pineapple in here, green apple in here. You get all of that just enveloped in this beautiful juice. So the performance has gotten better. I will say that comparing my initial experience when I first got this to now, performance has improved quite a bit. However, I am being petty and I'm saying that I'm not going to repurchase this because the packaging of this bottle is terrible for me. Now, I don't know if I got a defective bottle, but I cannot do the packaging. And what I mean by that is the cap. It does not stay on. So there is no way in heck that I can pick this up by the cap. I really have to make sure that I have this towards the front so I can pick it up by the body. But I am not able to pick this up by the cap at all because it's just going to be the cap and not the bottle. So I hate that about this bottle because the bottle itself is beautiful. The cap is terrible. The juice has improved significantly for me and I love that. I just hate the packaging. So I'm going to be petty. And I'm not going to buy this again. However, if Killian wants to send me a replacement bottle, I'm okay with that too. But for right now, this is going to be a no-go on the packaging. But the scent is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. All right, so the next one on my no repurchase list comes from Chanel, and that is Chanel Jersey. Y'all, if you've seen me talk about this in one of my earlier videos, you know that I absolutely love this scent. And I've got a little bit of a dent in here already. This scent is absolutely beautiful. It's like a cashmere sweater in a bottle. It's that gorgeous, okay? It's got musk, and you know I love a good musk. It's got vanilla, it's got tonka bean. This is a beautiful scent. But the reason why I would not repurchase this is because to me it smells very similar to Bois d'Argent from Dior. And because I have a big bottle of that, I do not see or feel the need to repurchase this once I get through this. One thing I'm trying to be more cognizant of in my collection is redundancy. I don't want a whole bunch of fragrances that all smell the same. I don't mind fragrances that give the same vibe. I am just trying to eliminate as much redundancy as possible. I'm not looking for a huge fragrance collection of everything that smells the same. So that is the reason why I would not repurchase this. But other than that, this is a gorgeous cashmere sweater smelling type fragrance. It is a bit powdery. I want to say Bois d'Argent has some similar notes. I think Bois d'Argent has juniper berries, it has amber and musk just like this one, but Bois d'Argent has iris in that, whereas this one has lavender. So overall, beautiful scent. I just would repurchase because I find it to be a little bit redundant to a bigger bottle fragrance that I already own. All right, so next up for a no repurchase is gonna be Oud Isfahan. Now, in my opinion, this is a very polarizing type of oud and rose fragrance. You either love this or you don't. There is absolutely no gray area when it comes to this scent. This is very intense. This is very deep. This is very fall-like. This is very much so a fragrance that doesn't necessarily work in the heat. This is strictly for cooler temperatures, and it's a deep rose and oud combination. So I do enjoy this scent. However, I don't think that I will ever fully get through this bottle because you don't need a lot to give the effect that you're trying to give. And I also have samples of this. I have like a deluxe sample of this as well. So I'm I'm good on this. I don't need a bigger bottle than this. I don't know that I will ever get through this, or anytime soon at least. So there's no need to try to repurchase this because it's going to be around for quite a long time. All right, so next we have Rouge Velours from YSL's, I don't know if they call it a privé collection, but it's their high-end collection. So I featured this on my channel, I think once or maybe twice. This is such a beautiful scent. But this is a rose and like velvety patchouli, and that patchouli in here is intense. It's a rose and patchouli fragrance, but it's beautiful, and it's also got a tea-like vibe in here. I want to say there is a note of black tea or white tea in here, but it's got some tea-like essence, which I absolutely love. So the reason why I would not repurchase this fragrance is because when I smell this, I immediately think of a luxurious experience. I immediately think of a dressed up type of elegance. This to me is not a versatile fragrance in my opinion. When I smell this, I immediately feel like I need to dress up to go to a ball or a gala or just a premiere, something very dressy. And I really don't have a lot of fragrances in my collection that are strictly for one event. I don't think. But this is that. This is strictly for a dressy type of event. And I don't find myself doing a lot of dressy type outings in that nature. So the reason why I would not repurchase this is because I don't think I'm going to be able to get through this bottle quick enough to have to repurchase. So I don't have a lot of black tie type events that I am going to. I mean, weddings here and there, I could probably get away with this for a wedding at night. But other than that, I don't really know where I would wear this to. But this is an absolutely beautiful rose and patchouli type fragrance. And for someone who just entered into the rose loving group, y'all, this is gorgeous. This is gorgeous. It's very rosy, so if you're not a rose person, you're not gonna like this either, but it's a beautiful, very elegant, very dressed up type of scent. So if you get a chance, please get your nose on this and let me know your thoughts as well. But I don't think I'm gonna have to repurchase this for quite a long time. All right, so my last no repurchase is going to be Bouquet Ideal or Bouquet Ideal, and this is from Xerjoff's Cosmoratti line. Now, when I shared this on my channel, I told you guys that this one reminded me heavily, very heavily of Ragba, and I do not like that scent. I do not like that scent. But I did wear this a couple of times and I got a little bit more acclimated with this, and I do enjoy it much better than I do Ragba, which is why it's still here. But I do not think I will repurchase this scent. It's nice, but it's not a love for me. So I definitely don't want to invest coins into something that I am just going to have sitting on my shelf. So there's not a huge dent in it. I'm still kind of playing with it a little bit, but like I said, I do enjoy it way more than when I got my nose on Ragba. Just I could not. But to me, this plays better in the cooler temp. So this one's got your nutmeg, it's got cinnamon, it's got sandalwood, it's got vanilla, it's got gaiac wood, and it also has tobacco leaf, which I think attributes to the smokiness that I get a bit from this. So really nice notes, and the scent overall is nice, and it's perfect for the fall and winter. I just am having to work to separate Ragba from this. It just kind of takes me back a little bit, so I kind of struggle in that department. But I will be more intentional with pulling this out the next fall and winter season so that I can get more wear out of this one. All right, y'all, so that is my no repurchase list for today, and I think I've given pretty good reasons as to why I would not repurchase them. Like I said, they're not terrible fragrances. They just don't give me that I need you in my life again, you know? So let me know down below if you have a fragrance in your collection that you like it, but you know that once you're done with it, you don't really have to have it again. Let me know what that is down below. Okay? So until the next time, guys, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye.